chopping you up into food for the fish. And then we're going to petrify Cordis.
Okay. We're the broadcaster started. I'm just trying to figure out what I'm going to do with my dog. You need to decide if you want to lay down here or out there.
Honey.
Yeah.
Go.
Oh, hey, we're streaming. Kill us. This is the first thing that anybody watching this stream heard me talking about how I'm going to petrify a person and throw them into the ocean.
Yes. My pupper just kept
Anyways,
my knee.
That statement repeated. Spoilers for the scholars later, homies.
Alright, let's get started. There we go. I cannot wait until I get back to Seattle and I have my actual decent webcam, because this webcam
I think for a name the scholars, they're like intelligent modifier.
I can't. Yeah.
Okay, cool beans. Alright, for now I'm gonna play without the lights on, so thank you for bearing with me on that, and let's see if I can do this.
We're playing in the dark. So wait, Brandon, can we say that this is Ilderon After Dark?
Unfortunately, no. But yeah, welcome to the Ilderon Tales. I am Brandon Presby Kennedy, whatever you want to call me. You are watching the Nobles. This is episode 16 of their campaign. Saga 1, Book 3 of all of the stuff. We are playing Dungeons and Dragons tonight, and everything you're going to see is live storytelling. If you are under the age of 14, please consult your parents before proceeding with watching the rest of this video, as you're likely going to see content that is inappropriate for you. We are playing in a homebrewed world of our own creation. It's the world of Ilderon. You can read more about it at ilderontales.com. Finally, if you are new here and you're typing in the YouTube live feed, I am not going to read it. It's really difficult for me to read that, even more so with my current setup. Right now, please look in the description of this live stream. There is a link to the Discord. Click that, and then you can jump in this channel and type in the campaign feed. All right, and final thing, there is no Willow tonight. E will be controlling Lumilia if she's got like any important Lumilia moments, or if there's late combat around me.
I hope you're ready to manage Ilderon's hottest new ship, E.
Right. Yeah. So
you are the Lu and Lumandria now.
The SSS, or the SS Titanic. It's unsinkable.
I see E screwing it up, but the way I see E screwing it up is turning it into that thing where they end up falling in love with each other. It's like, good news you didn't die, Willow. Bad news, I guess you're married forever now?
bad news, you're in a committed relationship. Who knew?
Alright, so
Princess actually loves you now. I don't know why.
I don't know how it happened.
It's bad. I screwed up so bad.
we're 24 minutes behind schedule, and I'm going to try and keep us on schedule tonight, so I'm going to try and fly through the recap. Last session starts on the 26th of Noble. The party is all on stage at the Summit of Leagues when Eldrick Bertolf had stepped in and stepped to the stage. Eldrick Bertolf is a villain from one of the villains from the last set of campaigns, and a couple people were able to recall the things that he did, one of which was becoming the general for a nation leading a war against Artur Sarai. That said, it was very shocking that Eldrick was here. He used to be one of the country's greatest warriors, and as such, very few things can be denied to somebody of noble birth or title, as long as they can prove the strength of their fists and character. And nobody really outswords Eldrick, and nobody really wanted to take the opportunity to try. And so the proceedings were continuing on. That said, Stradora stepped forward, slung some insults, tried to challenge him to an honor duel, I believe. And before anything could officially take place, Stradora was pulled back by her companions, and the proceedings of the summit went on after Eldrick made his claim. That said, the three candidates for Magnate, Ariana, Weston, and Eldrick, all were given their temporary powers to administrate over the country for the evening until the stars revealed their plan. Each party left the summit individually, taking a few minutes to talk to some people. Ariana went and talked to Eldrick. Apparently, Eldrick and Ariana had a deal. Ariana wasn't in a position before, as far as having any sort of military strength, as the country was recovering from several wars, to have the manpower to hunt down Eldrick. In exchange, she gave Eldrick his freedom inside the countryside, in exchange for being exiled from the capital and any of the major settlements in the provinces. Eldrick being here violated her deal, and she is in a much different position now with a very healthy coin purse and a very healthy military that is not being used for much of anything currently, and has vowed that once the night is over, if the stars do not pick Eldrick, she is going to send a hunt after him. The rest of the party, Stradora left, and Alexander and Stradora had a brief moment talking to each other about what happened on stage, along with Kenneth, before Weston came by and said his passing remarks to them, at which point I don't think anyone was very happy with Weston, and the party all headed back to Zenith Rise.
Yeah.
And Zenith Rise, everybody settled in to go to sleep for the night. Anderson was disturbed in his dreams. Where's my Anderson dream book? Gosh darn it.
It's a dream
I get my own book. It's a dream diary.
Yeah.
My dreams of Calfee.
So here's the thing. Here's the regular, for everybody watching on stream, here is the regular campaign Bible, right? It's just like this fun little notebook. This one is the one with the Anderson Dream Journal in it, and it's from Game of Thrones and has the red woman on it, and it says "The night is dark," and the backside says "and full of terrors." And I love it. It's beautiful. Anyways, though, if that wasn't enough ominous foreshadowing, Anderson went to sleep for the evening and woke up in another one of his dream exploration moments. He was peering back into Martlin's memories and woke up on the night of a guiding star when he was in his quarters inside of the Calgaran Royal Academy. He looked to the floor and saw Calfear Calgaran on the floor going through a wealth of different tomes, and it had a wealth of different potion ingredients on the floor as he was frantically scrambling through it. Apparently, whatever Calfear had done to his bodyguard, Millis, it was backfiring, and she was spiraling out of control, and doing far worse things than just consuming and absorbing people. Anderson, in the body of Martlin, began to panic, and Calfear calmed him down by casting a sleep spell and putting him back in his bed. Anderson tossed and turned through the night and awoke on the next morning in the 27th of Noble. Oh, wait, no. He awoke to bells and celebration across the town because a guiding star appeared. The guiding star Pahersa Major, which is the path to happiness. None of the three candidates for Magnate picked that star, so obviously the throne defaults back to Ariana, and Ariana is changing her guiding philosophies for leading the nation. That said, on the 27th of Noble, everybody convened inside of, I believe, Asu Andrea's room, convened to Asu Andrea's room. They interrupted a moment where Ariana, who was talking to Asuandria, Ariana was explaining that she was changing her parenting practices towards Asuandria, saying that she prioritized her safety far more than her happiness and is giving her a little bit more freedom and wiggle room to move about. That said, Ariana turned to leave the room and saw Lumilia, who had proposed to Asuandria the night before. Lumilia tried to explain that it was a sham proposal, but the very specific advice that came from Ariana to Asuandria the day before was not to get engaged or tied to any intimate oaths for political reasons. Do it because you want to. That said, Ariana turned to Asuandria, angrily ready to scold her daughter, at which point Asuandria said that the oath was not for just political reasons. She sees Lumilia as a viable candidate, and there was a win-win factor to accepting. Before Lumilia could speak up and try and dispel the rumor, Ariana mama beared the situation and essentially forbid Lumilia from dumping her daughter. Moving forward from there, the party went downstairs, they got some breakfast, went up to the diviner's quarters to meet with Reyna. Reyna informed the party that she had been informed of the magnate's change of heart and change of decisions, and she was ready to teleport them to a town she had been scrying on. That said, before I move further, does anybody remember the name of the town?
No, I do not.
Alrighty. She told the party what the town was and where they were headed. After teleporting, there was some bumps and disruptions with the teleportation. And once the party fell out of the teleportation, everybody seemed to be there. And they decided to pick themselves up and march towards the town as they landed a little bit off target. The party was told they are in the town of, or they are headed towards the town of Riversfall, and Reyna suggested the party go in, or rather, I think Claw suggested the party go in and check the inn and try and get information about this fountain, while Reyna decided to set up wards around the town to stop anybody from teleporting into the town, should anyone discover that they are here. All right, so we are going to pick up on the 27th of Noble. Oh, it's the 27th of Noble. We got to move you guys into the future.
Mm-hmm. No, we don't.
All right, let's do this. It is the 27th of Noble. You guys are outside of the town of Forestfall. Riversfall.
It's the wrong place.
Yeah, Forestfall is a very different place with a very majestic spirit wolf guarding it.
I want to go there instead.
Well, Reyna's just gonna be like, well, la-di-da-di-da. Don't you wish I had 7th level spell slots just to throw around like that?
Yeah, get to it. You're only here for the plot convenience anyway, Reyna.
The party is in the town. Well, you know what, Rob? You guys can walk. We'll undo last session, and you guys just walk from Artersarai all the way to Atlanta. Oh, yeah. That'll be the rest of this campaign, walking Death Stranding, the campaign. No, I'm kidding. The party is outside the town of Riversfall. It is the 27th of Noble. In the morning, you are all together. Reyna has left you. What do you want to do?
Honey, you're gonna have to watch this game.
Oh, I think you guys actually walked into town last session.
That'd be for me.
Kind of. I don't think we had actually decided on a path, but we had decided to go into town.
Yeah.
Because you
No,
gave
we were
us
going to the tavern.
no, because you gave us 3 potential hotspots, and I don't know if we had settled on one.
Yeah, it was
Right.
like there was a lumber mill, a tavern, and there was one other thing.
I don't think there was one other thing. You said 3 other things, but after reviewing the session, it didn't feel like there was a 3rd thing. Unless you were separating the lumber mill separate from the housing that might house the workers.
Oh yeah, it was. So yeah, there's the mill, the housing, and the tavern. Dearest Anthony, could you go to push to talk until we get into deeper roleplay? I'm getting a lot of background noise from you. Gracias, mi amigo. All right, so yeah, you guys walk into the town. There is kind of a haze surrounding the outer edges of this town, where the Allian forest kind of rises up around it, obscuring your vision past it. It is a cozy little forest settlement in this clearing. The town no bigger than a half dozen structures making up this small village. Out of the options presented to you, did any of those 3 sound more appealing? There's the lumber mill, the housing where workers or where lower class workers stay, and the inn where wandering people can come in and out of.
Personally, I'm a fan of the inn.
We could
Well,
probably
the
get
eyes-
more
oh.
varied information in the end.
I'd say it's like a good starting point, and then we can like go to the next location, depending on what we find or don't find.
Stradora,
What about Stradora?
there is a tug on your shoulder. Turning, Asuandria hands you a sheet of parchment off of her tablet. Written in charcoal on it, it says, "Be my voice."
Well,
She nods.
we're gonna have to work on the delivery message for these messages, but okay.
I mean, does she want me to be her voice? I can just telepathically connect to her.
Honestly, that'd be more efficient. Say that out loud. Be like, honestly, that's more efficient.
Oh, okay. At that, Asuandria will tap their forehead.
Yeah, no, I'll connect.
All right. In your mind, you are going to hear her voice. Oh, is it one way or is it 2-way?
It's 2-way.
Yeah, you're going to hear her voice, and she's going to say, "Let's make haste and find information about this fountain. I'm very interested to learn more."
Yeah, no, it sounds good.
All right. So the agreement is the tavern.
Yep.
All right. Walking into this tavern, the entire town is here. It consists of 4 people, 3 goats, and 2 cows. The cows
Really?
have a table to themselves. I'm kidding.
Challenging the cows to an arm wrestling contest.
Look at those cows, all uppity.
This place is pretty open. You can see that the inn itself is more of like a big version of someone's home. There's a large foyer here and a living room that seems furnished. There are several sacks of stuff just kind of thrown around here, and a dining room or a dining area with like 3 or 4 tables over there. There is an upstairs here. There's not a staircase that leads upstairs, but rather a large wooden ladder that's like leaned against this trapdoor in the ceiling that people can climb up and down to the second floor. As far as the tavern keep, let's roll dice, and I'll set parameters before I roll them. Rob, how you like them apples?
I'm just glad somebody finally paid attention to the recap and weaponized it for good purposes. It only took 38 of them.
The innkeeper is going to be in one of these satchels, and he'll look up at you as you come in. There's only you guys and maybe like less than a half dozen other people in here. There's going to be 5 other people in here other than the innkeeper. And he's going to look at you and say, "Oh, a whole new group coming through town. What travels do you have in Rivers, or in Rivers Fall?"
I don't think we've been to River Falls, sorry.
He's asking what brings us here, because we're travelers.
He's going to snap and say, "Gander! Gander!" A man sitting on the sofa talking to a lady is going to look up and is going to say, "Patrons, come on!" He grumbles. The large man goes towards the dining area, and he's going to move a barrel out. It's going to say, "That's our bartender. He'll give you whatever you need." It's also our chef. He's also our stable boy if you have horses. And he's also our baggage man if you need anything carried upstairs.
Is there anything he doesn't do?
He's going to look at him and say, "Emote." The man grumbles.
I'm mischievous.
Can live without that.
But you said a whole new group?
He's going to nod and say, "Oh, it's been, maybe weeks since we've had travelers through Forest Fall. Mostly the merchant caravans just come and take the lumber." I'd say every face I see in this town I know. There's old Ed, the smith, old Grias, the lumber, or rather the mills woman. I don't know what her title would be.
Mill maiden.
Gander. Yeah, Gander. And he just goes through and he names probably about 18 people and stuff. And so, yep, that's everyone. Good old Forest Fall.
Fast.
Reverse fall.
Rivers Fall.
That bodes well.
So what do you guys do for fun around here?
He's going to say, "Well, fun. Well, we like to wager who can. We like to wager who can get the most logs loaded onto a cart the quickest."
Nice.
That is fun. So, do you, I'm actually losing my train of thought.
So Andrea,
is there any interesting rumors about this town? Like any fun folklore about the local area? Some trivia, maybe?
He's gonna say, "Well, we're pretty much the either the most northern Ililnagian town there is to the Alien Forest, or the most southern Alienian town there is to the Alien Forest, whichever way you like to look at it. Lots of people don't choose to live in the forest, with all the danger and stuff, but Shadow Knights keep this place pretty safe." As far as rumors, there were a couple that came through a couple weeks ago. haven't heard from them since they ventured deeper into the forest.
It happens. Forest witch and all that.
Why'd they go into the forest?
Well, you know, people come chasing all sorts of rumors and stuff. Some wanting to make deals with the forest witch, others chasing rumors of the alien waters being able to heal, and cure.
Oh, that sounds
Everybody's
fascinating.
got their reasons.
What was this about
yeah.
magic water?
I say it sounds like the kind of thing we
That's an
listen for.
heard about the witch, but the water's new.
Make a deception check. No.
He's going to say, "Oh yeah, the rivers flow pure. The Shadow Knights make sure everything's cleansed before it flows down to the southern ends of Cedal. That said, water's not really for taken. Old Gander's said he's seen forest spirits before, but old Milsarai folktales say that these waters are protected, guardians of them. Can't just go drinking of them for free, you know."
It's fair. It's fair. It's fair. So, anybody disappeared recently?
Like he did just say about those people that walked in.
Yeah.
Yeah, but like, you know, weirder than that. Adventurers disappear all the time. It's a hazard of the job.
I mean, but you don't think that's worth checking out either? Or?
Oh, I'm sorry. Is it worth checking out when a bunch of dumbasses wander into a forest and maybe end up dead? That's the alien forest.
He's gonna think about it and say, "Oh, I don't think the adventurers that went into the forest, I don't think they're missing. I think they're waiting."
Like they're still out there?
He's gonna nod and say, "Yeah, I've been around these parts for a little while. I've heard a couple things here and there. Forest spirits don't like it when you come and drink of their water, often attacking people and other things. And they say a group of magic came and made a fountain, a place where the water can be partook of without the interference of the guardians. But it doesn't always work, right?" He shrugs, says, "I ain't seen a fountain, but that said, every so often somebody comes around looking for it."
So there's like a magic fountain in the woods, just in there.
He's gonna laugh and says, "Sounds pretty strange, right?"
Yeah. Oh, wait, what?
Yeah, make a freaking
Yeah, go
fountain
for it.
in the middle of the woods. That's dumb.
He's gonna say, "Well, here, you know what? Let me get any of your laundry. I'm about to take this sack out and I'll wash it. You can stay a night and make sure you're all clean. If you want to go wandering into the forest, at least you can do it with nice fresh clothes."
I'm not gonna
Also,
spend 10
Andrea
minutes.
shakes her head.
I'm not gonna spend 10 minutes getting out of this armor just to wash my shirt.
I think we're fine. We're pretty fresh.
Got any idea where this magic fountain is?
Do you have any idea where the fish fountain is? He's going to shake his head and say, "It's rumors." And Gander's going to speak up and say, "I've seen it. I was wandering through, sweet on a lady from down south looking for a place to talk. It was running dry when I passed by it about 4 years ago.
Can I insight that? Or
Sounds like it wasn't the only thing running dry that day, buddy, but, can you point me towards it?
Rob, that was too quick. Do you have access to my Dungeon Master notes? Was that prepared? Come on.
No.
I want to redo. I'm kidding.
like, I was.
Somebody asked for an insight check.
I did, yes, Anderson.
Yeah, go ahead. Yeah, so you are going to catch. You are going to be able to put 2 and 2 together. The innkeeper did say Gander. When you guys were talking about the forest, Gander claimed to have seen the Guardians before. Which, if he stumbled across this fountain, probably makes sense that, he can kind of tie these things together. For what you can tell from him, doesn't have any reason to lie to you. Doesn't make him seem any cooler.
It actually almost does the opposite.
If anything, it's like... he must have been pretty thirsty.
He's an outlander. He's an outlander living in the middle of nowhere. Like, he's got no reason to be like, "Hey, you guys know who's really cool? Gander of Rivers."
Hey, children, Gander's really cool. You know what's not cool though? Drugs.
I
would argue some of my favorite people are outlanders living in the middle of the Allegheny Woods.
All right. What do you guys want to do with this newfound information?
Ask Gander if he could point it back where it was. It's been 4 years, but
he's gonna look like down at Strador and say, "Aren't you a little young to be looking for a spot like that?"
The youth get up to so much these days.
I'm very mature for my age.
Kenneth is trying not to laugh.
He's gonna nod and say, "Yeah, well, the spirits will warn you before they attack, so don't go doing anything too crazy out there." And Gander is going to he's gonna start describing of just like, so you're gonna walk till you see this large redwood tree. It's about this tall. Path curves around it like this. You want to go 200 paces, and at which point Ostrander is just going to hand him her tablet and some charcoal and tap it, and then he's going to start drawing instead. Gander draws you guys a map.
How good is he at drawing?
Not very good. You have a pretty decent idea of the directions and areas to go to look for this fountain. At several points, he's gonna rub his wrists or his palm over the paper, smearing the charcoal, and then redrawing a line or something. And
thank you, Gander. Your artistic contribution to our adventuring party will always be remembered.
But not for the reason you'd like to think.
He is going to nod and say, "You kids want any food or want me to carry your things? Ladder's a little bit rickety. Gotta watch where you step."
Yeah, I would consider that. I would prefer you not to carry my things. If only because I have a 25-pound ornate greatsword on my back, and,
I don't know, you got a storage closet, on the ground floor for that?
No, it's cool, I can keep it. I'm gonna maybe use it to kill stuff.
Alright.
Forest spirit stuff, I want to stress this. I'm a good girl.
And Alexander. No,
yeah.
Anderson. Sorry. that one. You get a message in your mind.
All right.
Ostrander is going to speak up and say, tell Mechalor to contact Reyna. We have a location in a heading.
Alright. I don't know where Mechalor is.
Let's see. I'll roll how many party members are there? There are 6 of you. I'll roll a d8 and re-roll on a 8.
Yeah, but which who corresponds to who?
I'm just going straight down the list. So Lumilia, Alexander, Stradora, Anderson, Claw, Kenneth, and then 7 is Osmandria. He is on Alexander's shoulder.
Okay, well, I'm gonna give Gander a gold. I'm gonna give that innkeeper 2.
The innkeeper is gonna say, sure, there's nothing I can do. Most of the time, like, I do the laundry for the mill workers. Like, you're a nice kid.
Thank you. My father would be proud to hear that.
He pockets the 2 gold. Gander's gonna pocket the gold coin himself too.
Well, yeah, that's why I gave them separately. Gander for the map, and the other guy for hiring Gander.
Clearly, the more important of the 2. Alexander or Anderson. Blah.
Yeah.
All right, let's just put Alexander's card over here, Anderson's card over here.
Alexander's card will always go before Anderson. It's Alexander Anderson. That's how this joke works.
Let me do Anderson Alexander. There we go. That way, my brain works better that way. Anderson, do you bring up what Ostrander said to Reyna? Or to Mechalor?
I mean, I will. Yeah. Maybe. Well, actually, I can real quickly, cut the connection from her, connect with Mechalor.
These people live next to a magic forest that contain evil spirits. I think they're fine with a sentient bird.
I'm just being cautious, and besides, it's free. Doesn't take anything. I will mentally connect with Mechalor. Let him know the quote unquote the plan.
You attempt to connect with Mechalor. You are unable to form a connection.
Like, as if he was resisting me, or
his brain.
As in, Reyna probably blocks that kind of stuff.
Yeah, you connect with Mechalor, and you try and speak into it, or speak into his mind. Doesn't seem like your connection's working, or Mechalor's understanding.
This line is currently already in use. Please try again later.
I guess if Reyna's listening, if this isn't being flat out blocked, here's where we're headed.
You say that out loud?
But no, in the mental connection thing.
Oh, okay. You don't have a mental connection with Mechalor. It fails.
Okay, whatever. I'll let him know later. I'll cut it and connect back to Aussie.
I feel like I've just been staring at you for like 5 minutes as you derp around mentally with this bird. And it's just kind of like, okay, what's the plan of attack here?
The plan, attack. No.
You might want to go ahead and head back to head around and explore a bit more. Gesturing to get out, kind of thing. Trying to do it subtly.
Yeah.
I'm going to take Alessandria by the hand, and I'm going to leave.
All right. The innkeeper's going to wave goodbye to you guys and continue dragging his sack of clothes outside. The party is outside in the middle of Rivers Fall.
Nowhere. No.
Might as well be. What do you guys want to do?
Alright, so can we let Raina know what's going on?
Yeah, Mechalor, can you let Raina know what's up? Was Mechalor in there with us?
Yeah, he was. He was on Alexander's shoulder.
Mechalor, you covered all that, right?
Looks at you.
We have a map of a possible heading to where this fountain is.
Mechalor raises his wings and squawks. And puts him back down.
No, I'm not expert at magic.
Is Mechalor dumb now?
He could just be playing.
Alessandra is gonna wave her hand in front of his face. Mechalor is a trained falcon and doesn't flee or freak out, but he keeps kind of looking around, not really paying too much attention to you guys. Seems like a regular hawk.
Let's go see Raina.
Alessandria, can you, like, small spells? Oh, actually, that's a valid question. Alessandria's eyes.
She's using the Hat of Disguise currently.
Yeah, well, I'm checking off some boxes. Because
Okay.
for all I know, anti-magic fields can dampen awakenedness.
Are you saying that out loud?
No, that's just internally. Hold up.
Either Mechalor's a very good actor, or something happened and I don't like it.
No,
Yes.
he's not a good actor, let's be real.
Rip.
And he'd probably talk up if he understood that I was insulting him, so he's probably dumb. Follow up. Lumilia, hun. I need you to send Raina ascending.
Right. Okay. I'll do that. I've never cast sending before as a player.
Okay, so 2 things. First, in character, leave out the details. Basically, make it a "How are you doing?" message. It's like the kind of thing she'd be annoyed about because we wasted magic to do it.
Okay.
Okay, out of character. It's 25 words or less. It's basically a tweet.
I've never used Twitter.
Oh my god. Like, it's 2020, and you're a computer science grad. Why is this hard? You have 25 characters. 25 words. I'm sorry, 25 words.
Fair enough.
Oh, the 25 characters, so you're saying he's about like 3 sentences. If even.
Okay. Well, I need you to just. We have a map. We have a map. We have a map that might be a lead, and Mechalor seems to have gone
Stupid.
non-awakened. Is that 25 words or less? I feel like that.
That's
Okay.
less.
Lumilia. Raina responds. She says, "What? Mechalor's with me. Let's meet up in River's Watch."
What?
What?
Okay, no, wait.
No.
Okay, bird.
Wait.
Should we kill the bird? Who the fuck is with us then?
What the? Mechalor.
Guys, we have to wait for that knowledge to be dispersed.
Yeah, Lumilia will look at Mechalor and then go.
Not Mechalor.
That's not Mechalor.
Okay, we need to go to Raina now.
Yeah. Blue Melia will relay where she was told to meet up.
Well, hold on. We have to.
I've
do we
messed
have
up
tickets?
there. Sorry, guys. She said River's Echo. River's Echo.
River's Echo. I heard River's Watch. Okay. River's Echo.
What's River's Echo?
Claw will look around for a sign. Does Claw see any signs, like signposts?
Yeah. You're in front of Rivers Fall Inn.
There's
There's the Rivers Fall lumber mill.
Does a signpost point towards River's Echo?
Not that you can see.
Well, like, if we have 10 minutes, I can cast Speak with Animals. I think, or 1 second. Let me. You know what? Give me a minute. Let me read my things.
We weren't separated from Reyna, right?
We literally just walked into town.
Yeah, no, I can cast Speak with Animals as a ritual. So, you give me.
Didn't Reyna tell us she was setting up a anti-teleportation zone?
Yeah.
We need to huff it.
Yep.
Wait, she said river, so...
River's Echo.
Okay, we're not in the right place. I'm also worried that that's a doppelganger on your shoulder, Alexander.
Should I kill it?
Well, give me 10 minutes for the ritual.
I know enough about my family history, we won't be able to.
Let's talk to it.
Nope, we're moving.
We are moving.
Should we ask the innkeeper where River's Echo is?
Nope, we're gonna go find Reyna. Or not Reyna. And then we can ask these questions. Also, we might be in a demi-plane right now, but I don't think we could send settings out of that.
All
I
right.
don't know magic to answer that.
You go looking for Reyna. Oh, I mean, you guys can go back to the pathway you came through into the town, heading that way. You know, obviously there's this fog that's kind of around the edges of town and the forest. You head down the path into the fog. It gets so thick that you can only see like the person in front of you walking. I mean, you guys can call out for Reyna. You don't immediately see her. After like a couple minutes, you guys can turn around, walk back into town. It only takes you, even though you might have been walking for like 2 or 3 minutes, it only takes you about 30 seconds or so to get back to the edge of town.
I'm gonna call this.
You don't see Reyna anywhere around the outside of town.
Kenneth's gonna say, well, this is Magic Forest shenanigans.
Great. We're in a bubble.
Mm-hmm.
We have a fake bird with us.
Mm-hmm.
Our strongest magic caster is outside of the bubble.
Mm.
And, I'm just gonna say it right now. If this whole town starts getting glowing eyes and starts getting weird on us, I won't hesitate. It's not how I'm going out.
Shadora, you seem to know the most about this area. What should we be expecting?
I don't know. There's a lot of things running up against this. Like, we're near the alien forest. It means we have to deal with the forest witch. The forest witch tends to be followed by weird, semi-spectral animal spirits. If you die, it's bad. But also, we're undergoing a task given us to by a trickster god. And we're being fucked with. You
know, something kind of just occurred to me. Do you think Martlin knew the Forest Witch personally.
Yeah, that's why I keep making Forest Witch jokes whenever you talk about your dreams. Calfear Calgaren made the Forest Witch, you dumbass!
I'm aware of that. Just.
Osandra is going to speak into Anderson's mind and say, hey, can you tell Stradora that good princesses shouldn't use that language?
Stradora, the princess requests that you don't use that kind of language.
Well, you know what? We're closer to my kingdom than hers, so I have the authority here.
Anyways, maybe we should actually take a closer look around this town to see if we can find something.
I'll agree.
We should go to the lumber mill.
Alright.
Like we have much else to go to, sure.
Well, the lumber mill would be closest to the river.
Right, and the river is supposedly where everything goes to, so sure, yeah.
Alright, so the party heads towards the lumber mill. Okay. It's gonna be interesting. Okay, so at the lumber mill, you are going to see Greethus, the mill maiden. You're going to see Greethus. She is she is looking at a load of chopped and stripped logs. They are all stacked, probably going 7-8 feet high. And their logs are maybe 20 to 25 feet long. She has a ledger in her hand, and she is looking at each one around this pile. There are a couple of workers near here. They have hatchets, and they are stripping the bark off of other smaller logs and stumps. Otherwise, you guys just kind of see people working. The mill itself is going, and you hear kind of the hefting of stuff, and occasionally as the large branches and things are either dropped down onto the saw, or things rumbling and being pushed off and falling to the side. She doesn't pay me much attention.
Where is this lumber mill located? Like,
let's say at the northwestern part of town.
Was I right about there being a river? Is there a river that runs through this town?
Yeah, well, not through the town. Around the edge of it, there is an offset of a pretty, or rather, I guess it can be called a river. In the greater context of a map, it would be more like a stream. It is enough, though, to move this mill. It's not like a massive affair that if you step into it, the currents are going to sweep you away. But it's enough that you can go in, and goes up to your past your knees, and you feel like a nice current, like you can play in it and stuff. Yeah, but to answer your question, there is a river that goes through this town.
Follow-up question. Does that weird fog permeate in the river? Like, is there a point of the river cut off by this fog?
Yeah, it does go north. You can see it comes north from the forest. However, you can kind of track a little bit of the area a little bit past the river. Let's actually look at Gander's map, and there's going to be an area just north of here, offset from the river, that he outlines that leads towards the fountain.
Yeah, fuck these mess. Here's to it, go.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna go walk up to the mill maiden.
Yeah. If you guys are standing there staring at her, she's gonna just look back very slightly and keep to her ledger and say, "You're not merchants with a caravan, and you're not any of my workers. What do you want?"
To ask a bunch of annoying questions because I'm a 14-year-old girl.
Wonderful. My day isn't filled with enough of those.
Is it filled with enough of those? I mean, I know that was sarcasm, but it sounds like you mostly have, like, dudes that live in this town.
She's going to turn and say, what do you want?
I want to know exactly how you ship out your goods, how frequently it occurs, because I have suspicions about the fog that outlines your city, or your little town.
She's going to say, every first day and every fifth day, caravans come in. Some from guilds to the south, some from construction enterprises from the north. In either case, whenever the Alliance sends somebody by our town, they make sure that they're able to purchase what they need.
Where do your logs come from?
She points at the trees. This village is slowly logging itself into the Alyan forest.
So basically, you're expanding outward, and that's where you're getting them.
She's going to nod and say, "We only cut down the ones nearest to the town when we need more space. We have a couple groves that we go to and we replant seasonally."
So you don't really need to leave to get your lumber.
She's going to nod at this and say, "Are you well?"
No, I'm not.
A healer might not be passing through for quite some time.
It's fine. Mine's a sickness of the mind. You can't fix that with simple holy magic. You see,
Did you hear about some adventurers coming through recently?
She's going to say, "Yes, I did. And if you called 4 weeks ago recently."
Well, from what we were told, that's pretty recent compared to how often you guys get visitors.
She'll nod and say, "Yeah, a woman with an ailment of blood. Sick. Barely able to even move. Hired a guild from the south to take her to this fountain in the forest. Hoping the waters could do something for her condition. Nobody's seen her since then."
See, that's why we're in town. The whole mind thing. I'd very much like the voices to stop.
You like the what to stop?
The voices.
Oh. Roll me a deception check.
No. I have a pretty assertive voice.
She's going to look at you and say, "So you're after this fountain too? Whatever your means and aims are, the forest itself is alive. If you care for it, it cares for you. If you want to take from it, it takes from you."
What it take from you?
Or
is that why you replant to try and not draw its ire?
She extends her hand as if, like, that's it. And she will nod and say, "Well, you can go in and look for this forest. Rumors have circulated about it. or look for this fountain. Rumors have circulated about it, but old Gander at the tavern says he's seen it a couple of times. Not once since he's passed it in the past 4 years has there been any water in it.
He said a couple of times.
I mean, he did say he was pretty thirsty.
But then he also say he's only ever seen it once.
He said he's seen it before. In any case, she's going to say, I don't keep up with Gander's comings and goings. And second, someone young and pretty moves into town. He's a different person.
Well, it's a good thing none of us are young and pretty.
And she's going to say, or too much so.
Touche. Anyways, I'm sorry to bother you. You seem to be a very busy one.
She's going to nod and say, well, hardly. In any case, good luck on your travels. Don't stray too far from the paths. Shadow Knight can only protect you so much.
Actually, I do have a question. What's a Shadow Knight? I haven't heard or seen a Shadow Knight before.
They're blood elves.
They're what?
They're Brendorai, charged with protecting the forest. They hunt the ilk of it that would seek to do harm and purify that which would spread and cause death. To my knowledge, the only reason the forest grows so strong is from their care. She's going to say, well, run along now, kids. And she'll look at Kenneth and shake her head, just kind of communicating like, oh, you poor soul, suck babysitting then.
I'm gonna shrug.
Okay, well, we have one more place we can look at, but I have a good feeling that they're going to tell us that we should just go talk
My
to
dad, he was very proud of me.
Seems the forest might be a good place.
Yeah.
We can start following his map.
Yep.
Okay,
Alright,
we're going to
so
start following this map.
first off, what are we doing with the bird? Pointing to the bird still on my shoulder.
Oh, who cares about fake Mechalore? He hasn't tried to attack us yet.
He could be watching. Wait. Do you think the witch could be watching through not Mechalore? The bird. Fuck it.
I think you're getting a little too paranoid about your dreams there, buddy. If there's any supernatural entities currently perched on our shoulder, it's probably Ashes. Anyways, as long as the bird, in whatever state it seems to be in, is going to cooperate and just kind of be a bird, I'm fine leaving it alone. The lady just said that if you treat the forest well, it treats you well back, and I'm going to treat him as an extension of the forest.
That bird is going to flap its wings and squawk.
The bird seems to appreciate the gesture.
Alexander will pull a piece of dry meat out of his rations and hand it up to the bird.
I'm going to call him Heckalore. I like it a heck of a lot more.
Okay. I guess for now he doesn't seem to be causing any problems.
He takes the meat, chomps it, shakes it.
So can we keep this one?
Yeah, I
We'll
mean,
see.
unless it decides to, turn into ashes or reveal itself as the forest witch or some other dark premonition, I don't see why not. I mean, if it's just a hawk, it's just a hawk.
I mean, a second hawk is always nice.
You know, the fact you brought up the turn into the forest witch one makes me very uncomfortable. But
Look, it's fine, Alexander. It's not a big deal if it turns into the forest witch. We'll all be too dead to care.
Do you want me to have it on my shoulder?
no, it's fine.
But an even
I
worse.
figure if I'm the
kind of
fastest, if it starts to try to kill us, I can at least get it away from everyone else.
Grab bird, run with bird.
That is true. And if it is just another bird, I'm not gonna. I won't have to deal with animals fighting around my neck.
I think Andrew's going to speak up and say, I think my mom told me guys aren't supposed to run with their bird in their hand or something. I don't
She's referring to something else when she says that, but
Alexander just does a single foot spin in place and starts walking.
I don't have the character knowledge to make the joke I want to make, which is, if your dad showed proper bird control, we wouldn't be having this conversation right now.
Alright, so you guys follow the map?
As best as we can.
Wait, quick timeout. Like, in-character timeout.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Look, we're about to walk into some dank forest. You saw how that worked, right? Now, on the off chance that going the right way doesn't, blind us, I think we should, hold hands or link with rope.
Yeah, no, that sounds good.
we can link the rope.
I don't want to shuffle through a forest, end up in a fountain, and then just be like, "Where's Kenneth?"
I don't want that either.
Kenneth is sitting with Gander.
So Andrea rolls her eyes and then extends her hand towards Stradora.
Takes the hand.
No sass, young lady.
Okay. I guess I'll hold hands with Lumilia and whoever else. And
I'll take her.
okay.
I don't like those rolled eyes. I'm not liking the sass here.
I don't like it.
I mean, I have a rope.
Yeah, but ropes can be cut.
I mean, technically, so can hands.
Yeah, but that's painful. And then we'll know.
That's painful.
It's worth stating, Aswandra is smiling.
Well, cool. Anyways, everybody link hands.
Alright.
Wait, who has the map and who wants to use the map? Because I feel like the way this should almost
Alexander.
work is either, however we handle it, like, basically, if we're going to have Andrea read the map, then Anderson needs to lead. If we're going to have Anderson read the map, then he still needs to lead.
I'd say Claw should read the map.
Okay. No, that makes sense.
And
Okay.
Alexander can summon extra hands.
Because my Outlander background, I am very good at recognizing.
You can. They only last for about 10 minutes, so
Oh, yeah, never
keep
mind.
that in
Yeah,
mind.
that seems like a waste.
Alright. The marching order I have Claw holding Lumilia's hand, who is holding Alexander's hand, who's holding Anderson's hand, who's holding Kenneth's hand, who's holding Stradora's hand, who's holding Aswandria's hand.
Ooh, no, we need to definitely adjust this.
Alexander cannot be in the end.
I was gonna say,
I'll split off from where I am, and I'll take Rusty's other hand, because she is not taking the rear of this.
I was about to say, we
So Lumilia
definitely
holding
cannot have only
Anderson's
one
hand,
link chain to Andrea.
holding Kenneth's hand, holding Stradora's hand, holding Aswandria's hand, holding Alexander's hand.
I'm fine with this because it said it puts a body.
Alright.
We do not engage in open-faced Andrea sandwiches in this party.
You sure about that?
Rob, I'm just going to ignore that and let that one go.
I mean, we've had a lot of silly jokes tonight. I hear you, Hopper. Come on. Go ahead, go lay down. I love you. My dog is like literally just scratching at the door like a zombie. Trying to get in. Okay, so the party is heading into the forest. The Claw has the map. For the most part, the map is able to lead you along these paths. You know, it's not exactly a map. It's more of like a set of directions and ping-ponging, or not directions, a set of landmarks and ping-ponging between them of just like, from this tree, you know, look for this stone, from this stone, go this way and look here. And, you know, just following the steps. It's not like the exact same steps that the map house outlined, but you're generally able to find each thing that he, you're generally able to find each thing that he outlined on here. And where the fountain is supposed to be, you get there and there's nothing here. There is a large, well, not a large, just a small clearing here. Again, this fog surrounding it. There's a couple stones here. It's almost like a graveyard in the middle of the forest. You look back at the map and you can see that you pretty much followed it to the key, you found all the landmarks, and the next one should be the fountain. But I mean, it's not here. What do you guys want to do?
Well, look
You said there were some stones?
Yes.
Like, are they just rocks, or are they like tombstones? Like, are there any identifying features?
The stones themselves are white, almost like marble. You can see there are etchings on them. However, the etchings on them aren't of like people's names. They are dug into the ground, but aren't necessarily gravestones. Stradora hasn't seen anything like this before.
Claw's gonna try a weird thing. Can he do? Claw's gonna slowly kind of walk around the stones. Do they seem to make any sort of pattern when lined up at a certain angle?
Do the etchings make any sense?
What language does Stradora read?
Not the key one.
Wait, there are languages on the stones?
Common, Dwarvish, Elvish, Old Tongue.
I would like...
I know how Brandon operates, and I know what these rocks are, so I don't read the right language, but it might be written in the right script.
I'd like to cast Comprehend Languages.
You have to touch the rocks, by the way.
For Comprehend Language?
Yeah. To read text, you have to actually be touching the object.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, that's fine.
I just thought I'd let you know.
Yeah. I know Common, Old Tongue, and Sylvan. And Lemuria knows
I got Sunscript if that helps anything.
Yeah, that is. Okay, so is Anderson going to be touching these rocks to read them?
Yeah.
Okay, give me 1 second, Aroni.
There's a reason that God made that point, by the way.
The same reason I'm over here like,
I don't know this language, but someone should.
It's like, I can magically Damn it, if I was one more level higher, I wouldn't need to cast Comprehend Language to understand it.
I just know that part of the problem is that Brandon will write shit in Old Tongue, and then it'll translate to, like, Infernal, and then it'll be like, hey, do you actually read Infernal? No! Why do I need 2 language proficiencies?
Yeah, I know, Rob. Remember the whole vampire secret message bullshit?
No, I ran into this exact problem. This exact problem with Morgan.
Alright.
Okay.
You oh, hey. Actually,
I don't like how there's so many O's and ums.
Oh, I'm sorry. This actually makes a lot of sense to Anderson. Or not Anderson, Alexander. Alexander.
Hey.
Look at
I was
this.
about to leave on a magical
Sunscript in Elvish dialect.
You look at these symbols and you recognize they say Kalkin.
Oh wait, you mean like before I even touch them? I just.
No, not Anderson. Alexander. Alexander.
No.
Oh, okay.
Calkin on them.
This is we're at the edge of where Calcras disappeared.
Am I home? Anderson, hey.
You touch these, and you are going to be able to comprehend them. You are going to comprehend that they say created protectors.
Created protectors. Are these a shrine to the Shadow Knights?
It's the Kelkin.
What's Calkin mean? Like Calkin's obviously like.
Shadora, you speak Old Tongue.
Yeah.
Cal is the concept of protection. Kai is the concept of creation. When you replace like the I and kin with like a Y of KY, it's like created bonds rather than naturally occurring ones. So KYN is like my best friends and family. KIN is like that's my cousin, but I don't like him. But yeah, Calkin to you in Old Tongue is a family of protectors, but it's not like family as in blood family.
So, I mean, maybe Calkin would mean created. So, strictly translates as created protectors, but the way the language is structured, it it's like kin isn't like your family, but not like necessarily your blood family.
Yeah, that's created. It's
so like the Calkin likely derived their name from that because they were thrust together by the destruction of their town.
So, Brandon, have we determined what language this actually is?
Yes. It's Sanskrit writing Old Tongue concepts. You read it in Sanskrit. Shadora translated the Old Tongue.
And I just understood it because magic.
You understood the literal definition.
Right, which, is maybe okay, but...
Well, I'm having weird flashbacks to the last time I had a level 6 character read Sanskrit.
Well, it's funny that you say that. As you guys are standing here...
Oh, no.
Anderson with his hand on this room, the mists are pulling in towards these 3 stones stuck in the ground.
Guys?
Yeah?
Back to back, now!
Oh, shit.
Okay.
Let's go with this.
Should we take the rock out of the ground? Can I pry the rock out of the ground?
Let's go with this one.
Let's see.
Alright, as you are standing here and people are going back to back, I guess I'll pair Lumilia and Claw up, Anderson and Kenneth, Stradora and Asuandria, and Alexander and Fake Mechalore. As you guys
Fake
go back
Galore.
to back.
God, that's what we should have called him.
Fake Galore?
Fake Galore. As you guys go back to back.
Make believe Galore.
Let's see, do I have pictures of these people on my computer?
I don't.
As you go,
I don't know how I like about these people, Brandon.
Well, as you stand back to back, 3 figures are going to emerge from these stones. They look like angelic beings composed of this mist. There are faint wings behind them. A cloak forms over the top of each of their head, and forming underneath, you can see the tangible mass of a face start to coalesce. For the most part, their bodies are composed of vapors. They are real quick. Let me just see if I had pictures for these. And if I don't, I'll go on with descriptions. Sad day. I definitely remember grabbing stuff for these. Okay. Anyways, I will put them up on Roll20 next session if you guys are still here. So you see these 3 figures. They are going to speak in unison and say, "You've come to the spot with desire. You seek the fountain of the Meander, created by Oka, blessed by Eumaean, hidden by Eshes."
Yeah, that checks out.
Sounds right, yeah.
The fountain already has an occupant, one of them says, and the second one is going to say, "Its waters can heal any ailment." The third one is going to speak up and say, "None of you are sick. Are seeking entry into this fountain. Waters would not benefit you." The first one speaks again and says, "You seek to profit from its powers."
No. Not exactly.
Would it help to say that this was a challenge from Esses?
The third one is going to speak up and say, "Eshes does not challenge, Eshes tests." The first one speaks and says, "If you wish to profit from the powers of the fountain, these things can be allowed, so long as you prove yourself."
Well, we don't want to profit from it.
We thought it could help our friend who...
Yeah, how open to you guys are for explanation? Because you said none of us is sick. But that's... We're I guess that's news to us in a way. Where's Alexandria? She's adorable. Maybe they'll be...
She is there. She's back to back with you.
You see, this one here, she's afflicted with a curse. Her
Someone?
Okay, I'm gonna look at Alexandria. It's like, can I tell the magical spirits about your whole deal? Because they might get mad.
She is going to nod.
Okay, she has a piece of Calgaren's soul attached to her body. So we were being tested by Eshes so that she could handle this business. So we thought the water would fix it. So really, we just need a vial of it so we can give it to Eshes. We don't want to profit off of it.
He said this is her test and she needs to take it before he would agree to help her.
The second one is going to turn its head, because right now they're kind of standing triangularly, just speaking, outwardly.
Yeah, we're getting the whole Fates from Hercules thing.
Yeah, it turns and looks and says, "I can see the very fabrics of her soul." The third one's going to speak and say, "Your friend is not afflicted, but rather blessed."
Well, that's a way to put it.
Beyond that, the first one says, "The soul lies dormant.
Does it
hers
now?
is her own to command." The second one is going to speak up and say, should you still seek this fountain, not being of ill manners of health, again, you shall be allowed, should you be able to prove yourself.
Okay, well, we need vials of this water, so...
Oh, hold up. What about
How do we
me?
prove ourselves?
Like, hold on, I have my own question.
Okay.
Three of them, and so far I've got 2 questions, so go ahead and ask the third.
Yeah, I'll ask the third. Like, I've been having visions, dreams of a past, of another life that I'm either intertwined with or I'm coming up with, and I seek to gain a closer connection to it. And it was alluded by Eshes that a possible solution for this would be the fountain's waters.
Alright, so first, well, actually, let me write those down and take them in reverse order.
Claw will. Claw. Should Claw speak up? Yeah.
Okay, hold on. My brain can only hold so much information. Rob, what was your question? Anthony's was how do we prove ourselves?
I don't think I actually asked a question.
Kind of explain Alexandria's
I was
situation.
about to say, I asked Alessandria if it was okay to tell the magic ladies about her affliction.
Okay. Alright, so, to Anderson, they are going to say, hey, and what are you doing, Roll20? You better keep playing my music. Alright, they're going to say to Anderson, it is true that Eshes created us, which means he is far beyond us. We do not possess all the information that he knows. Our duty is to protect and hide the fountain from those who would misuse it. To Alexander, when you ask how do you prove yourselves, they are going to then respond in unison and say, trials of wisdom, ones that test your knowledge, your spirit, your character, that such waters won't be used for ill deeds.
Do we all have to undertake it, or do we pick like a champion?
Or is it more like anyone who wishes to take it?
They're going to say, if you wish to pass to the fountain, each who wishes to pass can undergo the trials together. Those who don't wish to pass may stay.
Claw will speak up. I wish to pass for, if not for myself, for my clan.
All right.
I wish to pass.
All right. I got Anderson wishing to pass. How about Lumilia, Kenneth, Alexander, and Aswandra is going to walk forward.
No, well then I'm going to walk forward. My entire basis was on her, so.
All right. How about Kenneth, Alexander, and Lumilia?
Right. I'm in control of Lumilia as well.
Does Lumilia have a reason?
I guess Lumilia...
Maybe the water can fix Maria's stupidity.
Ooh, that's a good motivation.
Ooh. I think Lumilia will come if nothing else.
Or, make Lumilia good at using a mace.
Ooh, it's just low blow after low blow.
Or could be
really
used to fix Maria.
Yeah, I'll go ahead and do that.
Oh, that's right. Also, Maria's actually sick.
Yeah. Yeah.
What was wrong with Maria again? I kind of forgot.
Oh god, Gale Song's also sick. He's probably fine. Who cares about him anyway?
Maria is afflicted with magic that is slowly eating away her maximum HP pool.
If Gale Song dies, then maybe I can take Stormbreak on boats.
All right, Alexander and Kenneth, what's your decision?
Sorry, I had to step away for a second. What's going on?
You guys found the area the fountain should be. The fountain is not here. Instead, there are these astral protectors that they were tasked with hiding the fountain from people who seek to misuse it. If you want to proceed to the fountain, you have to undergo their trials and prove yourself to them. Otherwise, you can wait here if you don't want to.
Oh no, I'm absolutely going to help with the trials.
All right, Alexander's going. Finally, Kenneth.
Kenneth sees them all going and then shakes his head, sighs, and just walks forward.
By peer pressure.
As Kenneth steps forward, they say, you're not eligible for this trial. You've done prison time. Your voting rights have been stripped. I'm kidding.
That's like cool piece and walk out.
Wait a minute, that's not true. We passed an amendment about this. Yeah, this is Florida, homie. Oh, you're right. Never mind. Have you paid all of your Have you paid all of your fees?
Does tuition count? Yes, it does. Okay, so nobody can vote.
All right. So, the mist is going to swirl in on you. The figures fade until they, or rather, kind of become and absorb part of this less swirling mist that is consuming all of your vision. It is choking to the point of, like, as it gets into your lungs, inhaling these vapors and stuff, you start coughing, almost like you are drowning. You hear the voices of these specters as they say, there will be 3 trials, 3 tests of your wisdom. Should you prove yourself, you shall be allowed to sit at the waters of the fountain. They swirl together to the point of everybody just nearly choking and gasping for air before they finally start to relent. And you guys are going to find yourselves, let's see, let's get some, how about this? Yeah, I think that's there. All right, you guys are going to find yourselves in the dead of night. I don't even know I have Roll20 open for this session. All right, you're going to find yourselves in the dead of night. You are in the middle of possibly the Alyan Forest or some forest similar. You guys are all gasping for air. Each, hunched over on your, hands on your knees, breathing. A couple more people are going to come running through the tree clearing and through the bush, or the bushes, and the brush, catching up with you. There are, all told here, maybe 14 to 18 other people, including you, or actually, I'm sorry, maybe 24 other people, including you guys. As you guys are huffing and leaned over, you can very well see you guys aren't wearing the same things that you were each wearing originally. Your armor is different, none of you even wearing armor. Your skin complexion vastly different, as it doesn't seem that the bodies you are occupying are your own.
Do I look like
Martlin?
Martlin, yeah.
You do not.
Okay.
How different do I look? I mean, I'm from this.
You know what? I'll roll you evens. Fedora, from what you can tell, you look like a guy.
Nice. Call me Andrew Drake. Wait.
Yeah, you are decently built, though. That's that. Well, no, you're not, actually. You're pretty beleaguered. That said, these people who run from the bush, 2 of them are going to run up to you, and they are going to run up to the party. And they're going to say, the mage warriors are on us. The tribes are invading our lands. We have been running for days. Please, we have to stop. We have to rest. Another one is going to run up and say, they'll be here by nightfall and they'll slaughter the lot of us. The first one is going to say, it doesn't matter if they slaughter us. We're all going to starve to death if we can't settle down.
Hold on. There's too many problems at once. One at a time.
Yeah.
The second one is going to say, the mage warriors, they're coming. They'll be here by nightfall and they'll slaughter the whole lot of us. We have to defend ourselves. The woman is going to say, we've been running from them for days. Their magic, it empowers them. We're starving, we're withering away, and we're dropping on the road. If they don't kill us, we'll die from starvation. The second one is going to say, you have enough food in our supplies, we can give one mouth a hearty meal for the night. We need to give it to Guttar. He's the best, or she's the best warrior amongst us. She can defend us through the night. The woman is going to say, no, we need to give it to Turith. He's our best hunter. He'll get us food. If we survive the night, by morning we'll have enough to eat, and we'll have the strength. We'll have the strength to search for our own supplies, the strength to get out of these woods, to get away from these mage warriors. The man is going to say, it's not your choice. They're the village elders. Let them decide.
How long has it been since they had their last meal? Claw is going to state this out in character. That is an important statement.
Yeah, you asked that. They're gonna say, well, were you not there when Irela? Or, nope, that's not someone. Hold on. I need to put a note, because that's for later. They're gonna say, were you not there when Korgol died? He passed out from hunger. We left him. It doesn't matter when the last time we eat is. We've exhausted all of our energy. It's been a week since we've been on the run.
A full meal.
We're so close, though.
Brandon,
Mm-hmm.
is there any way I could do a history check on what the hell is going on?
I don't know if it matters.
Well,
I mean, it doesn't hurt to try.
Fair. Well, damn.
Oh, Alexander, you're gonna look down at your skin complexion, the woods that you're in, the mage warriors they keep talking about.
Am I an orc?
And you are a Milsarai, and you're going to be very aware that the western part of Cedal was conquered by the Sunsarai. They had the choice to execute all of the Milsarai that they in a war, but they instead there was kind of a Trail of Tears moment where they banished all of them to the western part of the continent. From what you remember in history, it was a very graceful moment where, Amira came and rewarded Alonagai's mercy that they showed these people with the gift. You don't remember it being, this horrifically, violent and terrifying thing, but that's like the only event that you can kind of align this with.
I'm an old orc. God, I flipped the dream. Okay, well, here's what we've got going for us. We can either feed the Muscle Boy, and the Muscle Boy can protect us to go into the night, or we'll still be super fucking hungry and on the run. Or we can feed Hunter Boy, and Hunter Boy will then be able to get us more food. And then, I said Muscle Boy, I'm sorry, I misgendered the muscle person.
It's fair.
And then we have Hunter Person, who, provided we survive the night, which is not a strong possibility, we'll all be fed and we can flee. Is it possible that we can give all of us shitty meals and keep running?
That is actually what I was also going to suggest, is that we split the meal up, so that way, while, yes, it is not much, it is still a little bit of energy, and even that little bit of energy can prove useful.
Not that this isn't a bad idea, but there is an argument for, like, by splitting or trying to get both, that we lose both.
Fair. To be fair, my suggestion was not to try and split the baby and get both options. I was picking a third option where, like, we divvied it up into like 8 pieces and just bolted. Because I think both are a crapshoot.
True.
The woman is going to say, it doesn't matter how far we run for the night. Exhaustion will kill us. We have to settle.
If we have to settle,
the hunter is going to speak up and say, "It'll take me the night to track prey, gather food, and bring it back to camp. I'll need all my stamina."
Versus
the warrior who needs all their strength to protect us.
I think we're caught in one of those, like, one life for the whole kind of deals, because I don't see Gutar making it through the night.
Probably not.
But her sacrifice will not be in vain. Or it will be, who knows.
Or it will be and we're all dead, but
You know what? Claw's gonna make a wisdom check, just to see if he can come up with anything that I'm not thinking of.
The problem is...
If that's okay with you, Brandon.
Go for it.
No.
So the simple problem is the simple question is sort of like, it's like this. If we give the food to the hunter, we have to sort of pray. Like, we can do what we can, but we won't have the energy to defend ourselves. We're basically hoping we don't get caught long enough to eat.
Well, here's a question.
Yeah?
If we give the food to the fighter, does the hunter have to go alone for foraging at that point?
Well, I would imagine him foraging for food is not going to put him in a defensive position, so...
Well, more my question is, there's us plus the others that are here with us now. If we all help the hunter search for more food, while the fighter defends us and holds back the mage warriors, we can help offset his hunger and his more lack of energy by all doing what we can as well.
So add a character real quick. I'm thinking that the problem here is nobody has energy.
Yeah,
that's like the whole point. We're basically saying we have one givable action unit.
Yeah, you have enough food to feed one mouth to satisfaction.
Right. Yeah. We have like one action unit. We can give that action unit to Defender. Defender will defend us, but we'll be hungry because it didn't acquire a sustenance. We didn't acquire more action units. Or we can give action unit to Hunter, who will acquire us more action units. But we are left defenseless.
When we are in a forest, we could hide.
I'd say I mean, if we have to pick one, I'm in favor of giving it to the hunter.
I think we give it to the defender. Or the warrior. If we don't make it through the night, it doesn't matter how well fed we are in the morning. We'll be well dead in the morning.
Hey, you ever hear the term Kobyari Maru? How do you say it?
No, actually, I have
No,
not.
because this is a high fantasy European setting where we don't speak Japanese in these parts.
I wasn't trying to speak
I don't
Japanese.
speak weeb.
I was actually
Out of
speaking Star
character.
Trek.
Yeah, I was gonna say, out of character, I have heard of the Kobayashi Maru, and it would be very in character for the Trickster god to put you guys in a no-win
In a no-win
moral
situation.
dilemma.
Mm-hmm.
How?
So what's the choice? The hunter or the...
We got one hunter, one fighter.
No, I think we have 2 hunters.
No, you have one hunter or one...
No, what I'm saying is we now have one vote for hunter, Jackal.
Oh, okay, I'm sorry. I
Yeah.
didn't actually keep track of the votes.
Yeah, I was up the. Yeah, so
Anderson is for the hunter, and Stradora is for the fighter. Alexander, were you for the hunter too? No, you're Anderson.
I know.
You already voiced
I get
your
confused too.
opinion. Anthony, was Alexander for the hunter?
No, he's for the fighter.
Okay.
Rob makes a good point. If we can't defend ourselves through the night, there's no point in. And there is also the option, or the chance that whoever she ends up killing, they might have more supplies.
That we can give to the hunter. Oh, you know what? Yeah, you've sold me on the fighter.
Anderson changes his vote to the fighter. Claw, Lumilia, and Kenneth, you can make it a tiebreaker if you all vote for the hunter. Claw, Lumilia, and Kenneth, what are your opinions?
Kenneth, go ahead and choose your opinion. I am still debating here because I don't know what Lumilia would pick because I'm not in her mind.
Lomelia would pick the hunter because then she could make tasty food.
That is true.
You know, that's actually a really, really great point. I was actually leaning that Lumilia would pick the opposite, but yeah, that's actually a really good point.
She is the tranche of yumminess. Her whole thing is food.
Is it guaranteed we're going to get into a fight? That we will be fighting tonight?
They are going to nod and say they possess magics. They track us. They'll be here by nightfall. One of the half-orcs is going to speak and shout and say, "I saw one on horseback by the river. It'll only be a couple hours before he tells the lot of them where we were."
Fighter then.
All right, Kenneth, you have swayed the vote to fighter. If Claw, Lumilia, and if Claw, Lumilia, and Oswandria all vote hunter, there's not much they can do.
So it
Oswandria
is
is going to walk over to the fighter side and nod at Stradora.
Is that
Any
just
final
her confirming her vote?
Yeah. Any final arguments from Claw before I push you guys forward into the decision?
No, Claw is going to nod as the majority ruling.
All right. Seeing the way the elders have decided, the man clutching the satchel of supplies is going to go to Gutra, Gutar, and say, "Please fight your best." She's going to look at the food with that look of a pirate who just found gold, of a merchant who just made the best deal, or a man falling in love for the first time, of just pure satisfaction and relief, before she starts devouring the sack. That said, you guys are going to see the mist start swirling into your figures, pushing you guys almost out of your bodies as the night starts to move quickly. The orcs and half-orcs in this camp, all trying to set up a little camp and find places to hide in the brush for the night. This scene almost playing out quickly. After Qatar finishes eating, she doesn't actually sit around the camp and guard anyone. You see her stand up and start to walk away, grabbing a spear in hand.
Oh, she's gonna go meet them.
And as you guys are watching this, you start hearing the voice of the specters again, and say, when given the option between solving your short-term problems or your long-term problems, you went with the short-term solution. There's wisdom that can be gained from this. Watching the rest of the night play out, Qatar tracks these mage warriors, and you see 3 of them following trails. She ambushes them on the road, kills one, kills the second one, the other one runs off. On the bodies of one of them, she pads down, finding a small satchel. You can see there's a couple supplies in it, a couple rations. She looks in the distance and is going to take the satchel and head back towards camp. For the most part, you guys feel like these people survived the night. That said, the mist is going to grow thick again. This time, hold on, let me pull up my notes, Roni. This time it swirls, and it doesn't have that same choking feeling. You actually feel a wave of relief as you feel your stamina restored to you. By the time the mist starts clearing, you are in a chamber, some sort of council chamber. The desk in front of you is made of a stone that you don't believe you've ever seen before. It's radiant. It's not radiant. It's pearlescent, almost like a pearl, or just radiant. It has not radiant, not luminescent, but it has a lot of different colors inside of it.
Lustrous? Iridescent.
Yeah, let's go with iridescent. I like that one. And around this table, you guys are all seated, each person sitting in the body of a different advisor. And what is this guy's name? Where is my music? That's not what I'm playing. Let's go with this then. Nope, don't like that. I like this one. All right. Yeah, so you are sitting around this table, and I fear, and this guy's name. Anyways, you are sitting around the table. There is a man at the head of the table who it appears he is being lectured to by someone standing on the far other end. You guys are all open, you guys are all here listening to this lecture. And the lady is going to begin by saying, Advisor Radian, he's going to say, Arella, time is of the essence. Please make this quick. She's going to nod and say, as you know, our destruction is at this point assured. Our empire will be cursed to the sands, and history will forget about us. Our enemies seek our total and complete eradication. He's going to nod. She's going to say, the authors of my order, we've delved and we've come across something. These warriors from across the sea, there's something in their history, a pact between Daimadith, the gatekeeper, and the elven goddess Amira, an individual of their time, one that they feared. One that the afterlife could not hold, and that made mortals quiver and the bindings of reality shook. They did not kill or condemn, but rather dismantled this individual's soul for the great darkness that he brought upon their continent. The man at the table leans forward. She's going to say, we will be destroyed. Our empire, our families, our children, everything. But with this final act, we can assure that they will be destroyed also. The same sands that will be cursed to, we will condemn them to. My augurs and I have found a way in which we can reconstruct the souls if we only acquire the necessary components. The ritual to do so, I've already outlined the process. We need only the Emperor's blessing that his agents won't interfere with this endeavor. The man is going to look concerned at this and say, our gods already abandon us. Go, let me speak to my advisors. Don't proceed until you hear word from me. She's going to bow and say, yes, Radian, by your call. She's going to turn and leave. In the room, the man is going to turn. You can see there is a large area set for reclining with different pillows and exotic wares surrounding it. There's an individual behind the cloths there, and the man at the table is going to say, my god Eshes, you are of Daimadith. You are God's gift to us. What is your say in this matter? The man is going to stand and say, they're a whole society of goddamn glory warriors. They beat us. They destroyed our empires. If we are going to be condemned to the sands, well, gods damn it, I'll rather do it drinking the finest wine that this empire has to offer rather than this storm giant's piss. He throws down a chalice as he stands from his seat. And he says, "You know my policy, Adian. I do not get involved with the political affairs of the empire." At which point he's going to say, "Yes, Your Grace." Asha stands and leaves the room. He turns and says, "Well, it's my job to advise the Emperor, but I do not provide my counsel on my word alone. What is it that you, or what advice can each of you provide me in this matter?"
If we are to burn, we are to burn.
Even if our God has abandoned us, I do not wish to go against his teachings. I don't think we should follow the same path as this previous civilization has.
A civilization might only be lost if all records of them is gone. Perhaps if we bury some of them hidden deep, we might be able to de-escalate in the future.
There's got to be a reason that those three particular entities came together to create this puzzle, so to speak. And simply because here we are to be abandoned, I don't think we should undo their work. For what? Petty destruction? We're not even suggesting that we'll save ourselves. We're just trying to drag somebody into the grave with us.
He's going to nod and say, "We fight enemies whose diplomacy starts with the tip of a sword, and another one with a mad necromancer who's finding any body from this war and imbuing it with enough magic to kill 10 of our best. It's not just our graves that we're being condemned to. It's our children, our women, our cities are crashed to the ground. Every scrap of history, every fiber of who we are. They're going about with intentional destruction."
Bury the history deep on the ground is my suggestion, so that way, to give them a harder chance of finding it, so that way it can at least be uncovered later.
Would it be possible to maybe get a small, I don't know, like smugglers, carrier vans, get some children out of the city? Like, just have them run away, find some new land? We may be gone, but would it be possible to save the future?
She said
Go ahead.
she said she had everything set. She just needed the Emperor's blessing. Has any one of us seen this so-called ritual to put back together a soul?
I don't think it's pertinent to the argument if the magic is the magic is sound.
Well, it is in the factor of...
If it isn't sound, it leads us to catastrophe. If it is sound, it leads us to catastrophe. You're staring at a tsunami and asking how you want to drown. I would like to drown with my morals intact.
I was more saying, do we know that this is actually going to do what she says and not just destroy the souls?
Well, if it does, then at least we did something worthwhile before we were wiped from history.
He's going to nod on this and say, "We don't have the eternal life of Diamond. Simply concede to concede a warrior's defeat. While I can see the logic and the reason with sticking to our morals, what does it gain us at this point to die honorably?
What does dying dishonorably gain us?
He's going to say, with any luck, the death of that damn necromancer and their gods born of war.
But what about what happens after? The solution, if you can even call it that, is to unite the disparate portions of an entity that deities had to break up. Like, let's stress this for a moment. Deific powers shattered this person into so many pieces that they had to be put back together. So, let's say it works. We put it back together, that person, that entity shows up, we all die because that's our fate. And he destroys the necromancer that's charging at us. Cool. We've now replaced one evil with a stronger evil. And we're okay with it because, well, we're already dead, so it's somebody else's problem. If we're doomed to fail regardless, I would like to keep one less evil off the map. And, I don't know, save some of the children, so maybe there can be a new start.
He's going to nod at this. Before he can speak, a man is going to step into the room and say, Advisor Radian, news from Lothrone. He's going to say, speak. Yamayan and her refugee caravan she was leading here were killed. Terai ambushed them in the northern desert. He's gonna exhale and nod. Say, alright, I'll consider your words. Let the Emperor know that I'll have a meeting with him. The messenger is going to nod and walk away. You guys feel the mist pushing back in, again pushing you out of these bodies that you're occupying as you watch the rest of this situation play out. The voices of the specters are going to speak up and say, this moment is one of our creators' greatest shame. You were able to say more words than he in this moment, and thus possess a wealth of knowledge, a wealth that you don't have to grow into. Will be a seed for an even greater tree.
Can I just say real quick? I actually misunderstood what she was saying. I thought she was talking about putting back the souls of the people that were killed by the necromancer, not Kalfir. So that was my fault.
Mm-hmm.
I knew that was the fall of the Kayak Empire. Don't worry, I'm rebuilding it. It's a campaign.
Just like, Alfie, hey!
Wait, we should put it together. I need to be with my dream boyfriend.
In a virtual reality, I told them not to bring you back. How dare you?
Like, we were being tested, and I mean, hey, I love you, but listen, you were
You are a shatterer.
You are a shatterer.
You want your soda?
All right, you guys. As the spirits are speaking, they are going to say, "We are quite impressed with each of you. We will forgo the third test. You have proven yourself worthy. You may each wait at the basin of the fountain for its waters to flow. And it is actually, the waters will actually be flowing this year, so you are in good time. With that, we bid you farewell. The mists are going to fade, at which point, as they recede rapidly, you are going to see just beyond this small clearing that you are in, with these 3 stones, there is a pathway that leads a little deeper into the woods, stepping down this barely stone path, like there's stone stairs set in the ground, but the forest and roots have kind of overtaken them, and there's only like 1 stair like every 3 feet or so. As you slowly step down, you're able to see the small grove in which there is this brilliant fountain made of that same pearlescent stone. Well, not pearlescent, iridescent stone. It's dark blue in color, and you can see, you know, all of the different colors under the surface of it. The fountain itself is set in the ground, and there's a small rim, maybe of like 6 to 8 inches of stone that comes up and wraps over, that just kind of keeps the water from flowing out, you know, into the dirt or grass around it. There is a pillar in the middle of which you expect the water to flow. This is more of like a small bathing pool rather than, you know, like an actual fountain proper. There is no water here yet, but there is a figure. You see a woman leaned against the pillar in the middle. She seems incredibly frail, with a speckled spot on her skin. As she is waiting underneath where, you know, the water will flow. How many of her allies made it through here?
I am fruits.
As you guys step through, you can see there are 2 other people here. They're not waiting, and we are encoding. There we go. Awesome. All right, so these people are going to stand up as you guys start approaching. You say no need for passing the test of wisdom, and I think someone said something else, but my brain was like, why laptop screen have red bar? That make brain go bad. So please repeat the last couple things that were said.
Basically, to sum it up, we were kind of like, yo, chill your, like, we were basically like, cool your jets, because having the flows kind of defeats the whole purpose of what we just went through.
What's your daddy? Daddy didn't mean to.
All right. So you are going to tell these people to calm down. They are going to let's see. They're going to stand up and say, "Don't think we can do that, young lady. See, this fountain here only flows enough water every 5 years for 1 person, and we were paid here by this. Oh, she needs a name. I didn't name her.
This dying lady over. Yeah, she definitely looks like she needs it. Not to be rude.
Is it legitimately only 1 person? Like, that's legitimately only enough for 1 person?
Say first time.
We're gonna name her Picella. And he's gonna say, we were paid here by Lady Picella to ensure that she gets the water. We lost 2 companions to this venture already, and I can assure you we won't be losing 2 more.
Okay, a handful of things. It really only flows enough for 1 person?
The woman underneath the fountain is going to say, "Yes, just a few drops every 5 years."
Well, that's rough because.
Weren't we told each of us would be able to get some?
Yeah, it seems sort of weird that they would let seven of us. There's 7 of us here. 7 of us, and if we could only get like one, not even like a shot of water.
I mean, I think they just said that we were allowed entry. I don't think they said it was enough for us.
Fair. See, but then the follow-up problem is that like, we need evidence, right? Like, that's kind of the whole thing. But I'm also conflicted because I don't want to doom this poor woman to a life of suffering for water we only technically need as a trophy.
Maybe this is another test by Eshes. If do we basically either really test our morals or how willing are we to get his water?
I have a compromise. Well, okay, I have a potential compromise, but the more I think about it, the dumber it sounds.
Okay.
Basically, she can have the water, but she needs to vouch with us to a trickster god.
The 2 mercenaries are going to say, "Wait, what?"
We were sent on a quest by Eshes, the Kayan god of tricks, to prove our worth, specifically for our dear friend Osandria. And the way that we prove that is with a vial of the water. However, she doesn't look good, points at Pysilla. And personally, I don't feel morally okay with what it would mean to kick both of your asses and take that water for myself.
What's wrong with you, miss?
She is going to start coughing and say, "It's a rot that's infected me ever since I was young. A miracle that I even made it to this age. When I heard of this fountain, I sold all of my family's land and every asset we had and funded the expedition to come here."
I mean, what are you gonna do if this actually works out? Because then you're gonna be healthy, but then you're not gonna have anything.
But on the other hand, she'll be able to be alive to figure that out.
Yeah, well, a healthy life of poverty is probably better than, a short one of riches, but...
We just need this to prove to Eshes that...
Again, this is also Eshes we're talking about. Maybe this is another test. And I don't know what would be the correct answer.
What I feel...
Andrea is going to speak up and say, "I agree with Shadora. It's not right for us to take this even for a test." And
Well, here's my thought. Why don't you come with us when we return? If we're taking this as nothing more than than proof of our completion, once he sees that it is done, we can give it to you then. Is that not true?
That's what Shadora is saying.
She probably won't survive the trip.
Well, I was saying that she could use the water, get better, and then, she could all be like, "Yes, these nice young people let me not die of the blood rot I've had since I was a girl. Thumbs up, we all go on our merry way." The problem I have is just that you don't just call up a trickster god, even though he's probably Gander.
Hell, for all we know, she is the trickster god.
I'd say if it is true that it only gives enough for one person, you may have it. If it gives more, we would like at least a few drops of it. if it gives enough for the individuals who need it that appear to it, because this is a magical ancient fountain we're talking about. If not, would you agree to come with us to help explain what is going on, as we suggested, to the entity that gave us this quest to get the water in the first place?
You are, as you say that, you guys are going to see the top of the pillar here of this fountain start to bubble a little bit as finally mist starts pouring out of it, washing away this scene. The woman disappears along with the mercenaries. Their camp does not disappear, but it becomes much more tattered as if it hasn't been.
That was a test.
Damn it.
For some time.
I knew we weren't good enough at these to just get a quick pass.
Mm-hmm.
The three figures are... The fountain itself is still there. The three figures are going to be standing around the fountain, are floating around the fountain, and say, "You have passed the third and final test and are worthy. You are worthy to wait at the edges of the fountain. Unfortunately, we must inform you, though, that the water has flown this year, and it shall be another 5 before that flows again. And such time, the forest's bounty should be allowed, or should be able to sustain you. The specters are going to dissipate."
Wait, before you go, did she survive?
Was she real?
We know she's
everything.
real.
I was about to say, they've never showed us a fate. Like, we've never been lied to, as far as I understand.
And we know she's real because that was the adventuring party we were hearing about from the town.
She is going to say she was the recipient of the waters.
Okay.
Well, I'm glad to see that she's okay. Also, Sandra, I'm going to use foul language again. I'm going to just apologize to you right now.
Just like cover up to Andrea's ears.
Oh, fuck.
Hey, Lumilia.
What?
They are going, as the last specter is about to dissipate, they stop for a moment as they float back towards the fountain, and they turn and say, "This is very peculiar. Huh. A
What?
force that we haven't detected in ages is here. Our creator."
Oh, Ashes is here. Cool.
Oh, yay.
I was just about to say, maybe Lumilia can use sending.
She holds out her hand, and mist starts flowing from it.
See, honey? I see.
After a few moments, the form of Reyna and Mechlor on her shoulder constitutes. The fake Mechlor on your shoulder turns to mist and fades away. Reyna is going to...
Damn it, I wanted that bird.
It was Ashes watching us.
Is going to be grasping at her chest and say, "He trapped me in a demi-plane, but I got to watch each of you undergo the trials, and I'm so proud of you. And also, Andrea, I said not to use your voice outside of the castle." At which point, Aswandra is going to run up and hug her.
Yeah, I was about to doubt her validity, and then she puffed out the "don't use your voice outside the castle" thing, and I'm like,
Yeah,
"Hey, Reyna, it's you! I'm also going to offer a hug."
as will I.
Can I insight her?
Go for it. All right. Yes. From what you can tell of her demeanors and mannerisms, this is Reyna. As she is like hugging Andrea, gesturing for the rest of you to come close. She's going to be like checking Andrea's face. It's like when we got separated from the teleport, I knew I'd cast the spell right and we were landing in the right place, but he interfered, and I was so scared. Oh, your mother would have killed me if something happened to you.
Yeah, you know what? I was just thinking about it when we landed. I was like, that's not right. And I was like, well, the fountain's apparently a demi-plane, so maybe we tripped on it. And yeah, I like to think that
actually,
I wasn't that far off.
Tripped on it.
So who did you talk to in your sending?
I contacted Reyna.
Reyna is going to... Yeah, Reyna's going to nod and say, I thought we got split over a short distance, and I was looking for you, and I got the sending. When I told you where to meet, I went into River's Echo, and he was there. That said, all said and done, he wouldn't allow me to interfere, but he allowed me to watch.
I'm guessing that was the
makes
bird.
sense. You are the most competent out of all of us. Not the prettiest.
Not the prettiest, that's me.
Reyna is going to calm her beating heart and say, I don't know if I can do 2 more of these.
It's fine. It's just shenanigans that alter reality slightly while we deal with the Trickster god and I'm gonna stop talking.
Wait, 2 more?
Yeah, there's 3. Well, I think we're done with the wisdom challenge, but there's 2 more. Come on, guys, these things come in 3s.
They do.
3s and 7s.
I don't like the idea of 7.
Well, we are already the 7.
She's going to say, he said he had a test of power and a test of wit left.
Yeah,
I'll have to tell you your
I'm definitely going to be good at that.
I don't think wit means shortcomings.
So I'm guessing Stradora is going to lead on Test of Power.
No, that's Anderson's gig. That's literally all he's good for.
You can't argue with that logic.
I really can't. I want to, though. I want you to know I want to argue.
That was in character, by the way.
Oh, yeah.
I know. All of that's in character.
I wanted to specify with Claw, he actually made that one.
Reyna is going to signal everybody to gather around and say, come on, we're going straight back to Zenith's Rise. I need to inform the Magnate of everything.
Wait, we don't even get to see Ashes? He just gets to loom maniacally in the distance after putting us through that?
Give us a heading for the next
Okay,
spot.
fine. You know what? I'm good with this. He doesn't have to pop up. But I just like to state that if he's within earshot, I would like him to know that everything I said about him when we first met still stands.
He's not going to have us do the other challenges now?
I wouldn't say that. After our first conversation, he still let us do this.
I mean, if anything, he's going to interfere with the teleport again.
She is going to hand each of you a note that says, that's all the content the DM currently has prepared tonight. Please.
Well, then it's just a good time for a teleport. We were in no prepared content land last time we teleported.
Yeah, Reyna is just going to say, I have no doubt that he will move at his own pace, and you might stumble into another one of these. But for now, I can't control this place, and I don't know where we are.
Ooh, should we teleport to... Should we teleport? Are we teleporting back to the castle, or should we teleport to Demon's Door?
Oh, right, we still need to do...
I have a 25-pound note of refusal that we have to give.
Rejected engagement sword.
I mean,
So,
teleport, so...
well, look at Raina. Do you feel up to that?
Raina is going to nod and say, "Sure. Why not? We can handle diplomatic relations between major provincial lords while we just underwent the test of an ancient demigod."
Yeah, if anything, it's a downgrade.
I mean, I think, if anything, that test of a potential god, approves us for...
We're so much more wise now. We could definitely handle, telling a demon lord that we don't want to date them.
Alright. Raina is going to gather...
Just a quick question, Auntie. In case things go bad, do you have a way to get us out of there?
Oh no. If this goes bad, we're done.
Yeah, and she's going to say, beyond this one, I've got one more powerful spell slot like this, but I'd like to use it for other matters.
I mean, we could, use the argument of, since we are teleporting, we could save it for tomorrow.
Look, Brandon, if you're just more comfortable going to the castle, we can always get horses. I can make a horse.
I'll be very real with you guys, just out of character.
Yeah.
I am cool with you guys teleporting to Demon's Door. If we do, though, that's probably going to be where the session ends, because I want Willow here to control Lumilia for that.
Something's going to happen at Demon's Door.
Yeah.
Oh, wait, no, she's engaged, right?
Yeah, I was about to say, she's carrying an oath blade, and she's returning an oath blade. This is major stuff that kind of, is one of the big subplots of the story. That said, though, my plans for the rest of the session, that was everything I had for the session. I planned for it to go a little bit longer, but you guys did really well. So I was going to let you guys role play and kind of decompress at the castle for the last 30 minutes. If you guys are more comfortable making this decision next session, we can end here early, because this is about our end time and we start looking for an end point. So I'm just being, very real and upfront and out of character with you guys.
I'm okay with us ending it here.
I mean, I can go either way. I
was about to say, I'm sort of, I guess, ambivalent a little bit. I'd personally rather have, the extra 30 minutes, but...
What are we going to do with it?
I could do all kinds of things with it. I could take Andrea out for a nice walk. I could go find Gale Song and be like, "Hi, what's up? How you doing?"
30 minutes of awkward RP.
You can bring in the horse.
I could go find my Aunt Anadelia and be like, "Hey, how's that near-death experience?"
So I'm going to make an executive call. I will end the session here, and we can continue this discussion in character next session. That way, I just have plenty of time to, make sure I have really engaging content with you guys, and I'm not just throwing things at you. So for this, frickin'. That's where we're gonna end tonight, and frickin' good job on those trials, guys. There was no easy answer to any of them, and the last one was, a big trick, and you guys saw through a lot of the ruses and stuff and came up with really cool solutions. So, again, just really, really good job on those.
I gotta know, Brandon. Did you think about the whole raiding the dead corpses as part of the answer?
Wait, raiding the dead corpses.
And on trial one. On trial one.
Yeah, that was one. There was no wrong answer to that. It was kind of, do you guys go for the long term or do you go for the short term on it? both solutions were decent, and would have their drawbacks and benefits, but it's a moral dilemma of what you choose and why you choose. But that one just came I kind of rolled a dice of how well she did, and it's like, all right, yeah, she
It worked
through the night. So.
Part of me was really afraid that she was going to take the supplies and kind of just fuck up. Right.
Like on a percentage die 2 or something. But
I was afraid that she was just going to eat and then just leave them for dead there.
Yeah, no.
Yeah. Willow, actually, she asked me, or she didn't ask me, she had a comment the other day, and she's just like, man, I really wonder what Esh's puzzles are going to be like when they find them. And I just gave her a face, and she's like, wait, what? And I was like, well, you're not going to be in the session, I can tell you. They're already in one. And she's just like, wait, what?
It's like,
Rob said something this week that I was like, he tagged me, and I was like, I can't comment on that, so I just sent like a face back. But let's do experience, and then I'm gonna stick around for 30 minutes before I head out because it was a lot of fun tonight. You guys pass Esh's. You guys pass all 3 of Esh's wisdom tests for the night. So that's pretty big.
Yeah, we're awesome.
Yeah, I think that's the main stuff. And I guess I will give you guys another tick of information. All of these trials were loosely relevant to what's going on in your storyline. I'm assuming you guys are able to pick up that information of why you saw some of the things you saw and the explanations.
When we also learned that the whole Emiria giving the gift because they were such nice people was bullshit.
Yeah, history's written by the victors.
And yeah.
Well, victors or the South, one of the two. Ooh.
All right, so let's see. I'm going to move you guys up a EXP threshold. Let me see what you should be at for a day of adventuring.
We should totally have a level up, right now.
Yeah, I mean, aren't you guys 100 experience away from leveling up?
No, you're thinking of the scholars.
Oh,
no, we leveled up last.
We are level 6.
We literally just leveled.
I was poking fun, but I would take that level if you're willing to give it.
Yeah, I was about to say. I
would like 4 loot points.
4 loot points?
I want 1 heroic point.
I can be negotiated down to 2.
You know what? I actually will give everybody 1 loot point. You guys go and search, the campsite of what was left by the other adventurers, and you find enough good stuff for another loot point.
I wonder what that lady's up to.
I wonder if she made it. Or maybe she died and the mercenaries took the water.
Oh, that's morbid. Don't make me think that.
Yeah, they never did answer if she was okay. Or they said if she was the recipient this year.
So 750 times 3. Let me pull up my calculator. Wait, that's level 7. 600. Okay. Wait, I can do that. 1800, and then minor experience. 2100 experience for tonight.
Yeah.
2100 tonight, huh?
Yeah, and I'm going to say inspiration for Alexander and for Shadora.
Yay, I already have 2. I never thought this day would come.
Anthony, do you want normal inspiration or do you want me to roll?
I'm sorry, what?
Do you want normal inspiration or do you want the ability to have damage resistance to 1 type of damage for 1 minute or all damage for 1 round?
Funny thing is, Brandon, that is the inspiration I already have.
You
can have 2 of them. Merry Christmas. Alright, and your guys' session is going, so 2100 experience, and your next session is going to be on the 29th of August, and I will be back in, I'll be back in Seattle for that one. I can't wait to see him from